One. Oh, my coffee thing. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Embrace Your Curiosity. I believe this is the very first video that'll be out. I know what I said the last time, the other video. Listen, there was a lot that was going on, and I tried to record that video. Which I did. Like I recorded the whole entire video, and then when I went to edit it, where I sent it to the person that was editing my video, they came back. Like the video came back, and the guy that was doing, he was already saying that the quality of the video wasn't good. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Like when I saw the video, when I watched the video before I sent it, the quality was perfect. But he was like, no, like you need to work on it a little bit more. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I'll see. When he sent it back saying that he edited and mashed the audio and the video to connect to make sure that they sound the same, it just wasn't. It wasn't. So I took the audio instead, and I just posted the audio on YouTube and Spotify and where you get your podcast, Apple, Amazon. You can listen to it, but yeah, it's out there. But the audio, I don't know if I'm ever gonna put that audio out. Not the audio, the video out, because I didn't like it. And then I'm drinking coffee because I am tired. Like. And I have so much to do. This is just within an hour. Like this is just the smallest thing throughout the day I have to do. I have like a list of things that I got to do. But this episode definitely was needed, and I wanted to do it not only just for you guys as well, but for me, so that I can make sure that I'm keeping my words. Everything I'm saying to you guys, I'm also following as well in my personal life. Like I said, this is just like even though, yes, I do plan on having future guests in my podcast and interviewing other people, because this is like a guide. It's for the younger generation, also older generation. If you want to change your life, whatever it is, this podcast the people that I'm bringing in is to educate us about their ways of living, and then how we can improve our life, our health, our physical health, our mental health. How can we get better and better, and we can grow every day. And I think that we're in a space now that a lot of things are available to us. Don't feel like because there are so many wellness podcasts or like ideas that are out there that you can't and create your own. That's not true, because even before there was always ideas in other options out there. People were still putting out their ideas. People were still putting out their opinions and facts. So I would say, anyway, I'm going in a rant, but yes, this is what the podcast is for. And it's like a personal diary too for me when I'm going through hardship. If I can go back and listen to my episodes and I find something throughout the time that can help me to get out whatever little weather that I'm under, I'm going to use it. And I can't wait for like future guests to come in here. I can't wait to meet new people, to just connect and be able to provide this for everyone, and for myself as well. But also, I don't want to make this this podcast too serious. I want to showcase my personality. That's what makes things more interesting. When you show your personality and show who you are, people want to gravitate to you. Instead of being a stiff or whatever, it's not even that, but it's like people gravitate to whatever that they're relatable to. Like if someone can relate to me with my personality, you're welcome here, darling. I am everything and anything in a bunch. I'm always all over the place at all times. And I have a lot of disorganized thoughts. So welcome, disorganized people / organized, want to be organized or whatever. But this episode is gonna dedicate to the new year, right? And I know, and it might seem like, the year already started, Claudia. It's the 19th, and it's not a resolution thing. It's not. You can always the new year, even if you started a new year and you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this and this, and you've already stopped whatever plan you had or resolution. It's the 19th and you haven't been going. This is just a reminder for you to pick yourself back up. This episode is a reminder for you to start again. Okay, it's never too late. But anyway, So we want to dedicate this episode to the new year and how we're gonna make 2025 our best year, or how we're gonna make not even our best year. How are we going to start the year 2025 with doing things that is going to implementing habits that's going to not only help us get healthier, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever side of yourself that you're trying to connect with the most. You can use this year, the timing. You have 12 months. Do you know how many, like 12 months is a long time, and I know time go by like that. And when I talk to my friends, I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember. The year has been flying. I feel like for me, the year flies when, or not even the year flies, or if I don't remember how much I've done, is because I didn't do much. If I didn't do much throughout the year, I'll be like, man, the year went by so fast. I didn't do anything. It's because I really, truly didn't do much. But I put a lot of pressure on myself based on the things that I want. And sometimes my goals can be unrealistic. Like the time frame that I have for them can be unrealistic, and I need to work on that. I was just talking to a friend about that. It's something I need to work on. But how we're going to make 2025 our best year. Let me sip on this coffee because, like I said, I'm tired. And it's hot. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I drink coffee because of the taste. And coffee doesn't work for me in the morning. Coffee helps me. It's like a kickoff. Like, for me, I can't drink coffee in the morning because it makes me sleepy, but I can drink coffee in the evening or in the afternoon. If I'm tired, if I spend the whole day, like I don't have any more energy around 2 or 3 p.m. and I drink coffee, it'll help me keep going. Like it will be the energy booster that I need to keep going. But anyways, so our very first practice we want to implement this year is we can start by practicing having a relationship with ourselves. And what does that mean? I wrote everything down because I was trying to get everything on my laptop or my phone as well, but I have my phone on record and my laptop, my other one, I think it's dead and I couldn't write the stuff in time, but I'm using my little notebook. So we can start by practicing having a relationship with ourselves. And what does that mean? And I'm going to go into details with every step. A lot of us doesn't know what it's like to have a relationship with ourselves because it's either we're always in a relationship, we're coming out of a relationship, or everyone else around us are more important. And it's not that we do it on purpose. It's just an unconscious thing that we have going on. It's a process it's a habit that everyone comes before ourselves. And in some culture, it is more important that you put community before yourself. And it means if you put yourself first, then it can deem to be selfish, right? There is selfish, but there's also taking care of yourself. And I know the saying, oh, well, take care of yourself first so that you can be able to pour into other people's cup. That is absolutely true. And I know some people don't believe that. Like sometimes when you take the attention off yourself, and you focus on helping other people, you feel more fulfilled, more happy, and that could be true for some people. But I do know for me, in order for me to give everyone my energy or what they require of me or what I can help with, I have to take care of myself. I have to pour into me, because when I don't pour into me and I'm giving, when down the line I'm gonna burn out and I'm gonna crash and I become overwhelmed. And when I become overwhelmed, I don't tell anyone. No one really knows, because I just go quiet and I vanish. And the time I vanish, and I just isolate myself and work on myself. And that's something that I try to not do a lot, but it works for me though. Isolating myself when I'm going through something works for me. I don't know what works for you guys, for other people, but it kind of works for me. And I know when I need a balance, like when I need to isolate for a day or two, when I need to get back and to be around people that I love and care about. But practicing having a relationship with yourself is more taking the time out to figure out the things that not only just bring you happiness and joy, but What are your values? What are the things that are negotiable to you? What are the things that are unshakable to you? And those are the things. And then, oh my God, another thing too, and that's something I'm learning and practicing. And I can't spend too long on one the very first practice or habit. But I'm gonna try to go into details as much as I can and quickly move on, because we don't want this video to be like freaking 2 hours. I don't mind, but I have a lot of stuff to do. But one of another practice that you can implement as well is you need to keep and my dog is snoring in the background. Bella is so loud. I can hear her anywhere. She's just snoring. If you hear anything snoring, it's my dog. But when we lack confidence, and I'm pretty sure I've talked about this in my previous episode, is because a lot of the time is because we have no trust in ourselves and our words. When we don't have faith in who we are and the things that we say to ourselves. For example, if you keep setting promises and you saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and you constantly break the promise you make to yourself, that leads to low self-esteem and lack of confidence, because you don't have confidence. And why am I going to trust the things that you say when you know you're not going to keep your words? If your words don't mean anything to you, why would it mean anything to me? Those kind of conversation. I know some people don't have like internal dialogue in their head. They don't have a voice or whatever it is. But I go back and forth with myself all the time. Like, we be having conversations. But start practicing doing little things that you promise to yourself. If you say, it could be the smallest thing too. It could be, you just have to make sure your words mean what you say. Manifest, like, I know a lot of people like to throw this manifestation thing around, but just not to sidetrack, but I remember like a podcast that I was listening to and a book that I was reading. Manifestation stands for when your words, your action align together. Your words, action align together, and then what was it? Your words, your action, and your words, action, belief align together. I think that's how you say it. But basically, if you are constantly taking back what you say, or I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow instead. And you probably the day before you said you were going to the gym. You come on. It's not, I'm not gonna say it's common sense, and I know it's hard for us to value ourselves more than other people. Like, it's so funny how other people can come into our lives and all of a sudden we abandon all the boundaries, all the foundation that we set for ourselves because other people can give us validation. But what about us? Why can't we validate ourselves? Why can't we give ourselves what we need? So start by practicing having faith in who you are. Start with the little stuff, the little things. The little things matter, by telling yourself that, by doing what you say you're going to do. Just getting up in the morning, writing, walking, talking to someone, talking to a family member. Force yourself to do the things you say you're going to do, so that that little trust starts to build. Because the most important relationship you will have on this earth is a relationship with yourself. When you don't have that relationship with yourself, everything really doesn't. It's hard to get. It's hard to get. You go through life just struggling because you really don't have faith in yourself. Okay. 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 So we talk about start practicing relationship with yourself. So it increased our self-esteem. It increased the faith and trust we have in ourselves, our confidence. And we list what's important to us, like, is it family, community, career goals, whatever it is, when it comes to keeping our words, whatever it is. Okay, so we're gonna move on to what do our days normally look like for the 2025? So every day, what are the habits that you are implementing? What are the things that you're setting for throughout the day? Are you an organizer? Are you a person that's doesn't organize? So for me, for example, I've been struggling with organizing my life. I am not one of those people who have things down to details about I'm practicing that now though, but like listing about what I'm going to do. It's kind of hard with my life. Well, I won't say it's hard, but it's something I'm not used to. I have a very busy schedule. When I see my clients, they're like back to back, back to back, and I barely have time to squeeze anything in, even for my personal life. And I'm trying to have a balance between my personal life and my work, and that's even hard, right? So what I try to do now when I wake up in the morning, I try to wake up really early in the morning. I used to wake up at 5, but like now I'm trying to get back to waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I wake up and I write my stuff down. Like what I'm gonna do throughout the day. I am going to do this, and this is how it's going to go. Blah 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 blah. Like down to details. And I have noticed that it has been working. I will say this. Like I was at work and I was checking off lists. I'm like, damn, but I stick to them. I didn't just write them just to write them. I wrote them and I stick to what I wrote, and I put them out, put them into action, and I get them done. And I feel way much better because then, you know what I used to do too? Like it was easier for me to procrastinate because in my mind, like, oh, I have time. I have all the time in the world. I can get this done. This does not need to be done right now. That's not true. And I just remember, I'm like, I constantly have to convince myself, like, Claudia, if you get this done earlier, you could have so much time in your hands and you can do the other extra stuff. And then, you have the other voice in the back of your head. You're like, well, even if I do this early, then I'm still going to be like really crimped in and I can't have a lot of stuff. I can't do my schedule I'll still have things back to back, back to back. That's not true. Like just start practicing just even the hardest thing too. I try to do the hardest things first because the hard stuff like editing a video takes a lot of freaking time. Editing a video can take hours. Exporting videos out of your computer to your USB, whatever it is, export, it could take hours. And that will discourage me like that. Because my attention span, but I try to do the hard stuff so that the easy stuff could just go like this for me. It works. But I'm not gonna lie, like the past few days, we have a very long weekend because Martin Luther King Day, our office shut down. So I've had time to do a lot of stuff. But even then, I was procrastinating this weekend. I didn't get as much done as I needed to get done, but I did get some stuff done. I kept my words, so I'll say. I pushed the other stuff to the side, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to them whenever I can. I am going to get to them, but that's why I say this here is practice for us. Like it's practice for not just you guys, but also me. I love to see. You know what I love the most is consistency. You know what I am attracted to? Resilience. Consistency, resilience, and intention. My God. That I love. And I love to see those I love to see those character trait in myself. Love it. Love it. I would marry me if I see, like, can you imagine you see you're consistent, how the work you put in, you're so consistent and then you're reaping the benefits. Like, come on. Okay. So what do your day normally look like? So you can plan your day down to details if that works for you. I would also too, if anyone has any pointers of how to organize your life a little bit better, even if it's not writing your task, your to-do list, or writing your day down to details in a journal, whatever it is. Like if you have other ways, please let me know, because it's all about improvement. It's all about growth. That's what we're here for, right? If it helps you be more productive, if it helps your day to be more productive, that works. Okay. This is the next thing. This is what we're gonna do. Another thing we're gonna do for the next. Okay, but before I move on, if you guys have any questions, by the way, just put them down in a question in the comments. Okay, I'll open it and you guys can let me know. Give me pointers. Okay, we're gonna move on to what are some things we would like to try this new year. So one of my favorite podcasts that I listen to is On Purpose with Jay Shetty. I listen to a lot of podcasts, which my next episode I'll tell you guys. I'll give you guys like content and podcasts or videos that you guys can watch to help start the new year. With if it's about eating better, healthy eating habits, if it's about exercising eating habits, if it's about books that you want to read to increase your communication, to stimulate your mind, your brain, to read more, whatever it is, I'll do a content and I'll do a video and I'll link all the podcast that I listen to, and I'll explain to you what the podcast is about and the person who does the podcast, and you can go and watch them for yourself. Okay, but what are some new things we would like to try this year? Interesting, right? I love this. So this year, I was thinking about this the other day and I got so excited. I'm like, oh my God, all the things I want to try this year, and the list that I have that I'm going to do, and I need to start planning a lot of this stuff, like my trips that I'm going to take or things. So last year, I wanted to surf throughout the summer, and I was searching, okay? I wanted to surf, and I wanted to take my swimming lessons again for I think the third time. I wanted to take my swimming lessons so I can get better at swimming and I can surf, right? And then I wanted to lose a certain amount of weight, and I did. And I'm almost there to getting, because honey, I want to be skinny. Ouch. But yeah. But damn, I almost broke my neck. Oh. So I have a few goals that I want to try. But what I learned from Jay Shetty and what he said in one of his episodes, and he say this all the time, every day you start your day by asking yourself, what can you do today that can make this day go better, or that you can be proud of or accomplish. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what my brain got out of it. But what is it that today that you can do that you can be so proud of at the end of the day? And at the end of the day, you ask yourself, what is it that you did that you were proud of, you've accomplished, and you can go to sleep knowing that the day went exactly how you wanted it to be. Not even exactly, but you've accomplished something that you're so proud and happy about. And a lot of the time is we're so comfortable with where we are that we stop pushing ourselves. And we don't challenge ourselves. And then the year go by, like we wonder why the year feels so useless and so helpless. Like we feel so useless and helpless. Because we stop challenging ourselves. A lot of us after school, we don't think that we need to pick up a book. Honey, yes you do. I hate to say it. Half of the squirrel need to pick up a book and read. Yeah. You need to pick up a book and read. Okay, but anyway, like where was I going with this? I don't remember. But yes, like I encourage that you challenge yourself. You do at least come up with a goal. If coming up with a new goal for like you want to do a new goal every month is too much, you don't even have to do that. You can set like 3 goals for yourself that challenges you, bring you to a point where you have to question yourself, and which is a good thing, because when you question yourself and you think that those questions like, oh, I'm not good enough, that's because you're trying something new that you haven't tried yet, and you need more information you need to study it, you need to research it, you need to just get to a point where you are not even you become a student. Basically you become a student of whatever it is that you're learning. But basically find things to challenge yourself, even if it's a hobby. Like take a hobby, guys. Your life will not be so boring if you take a hobby. And for the people I get the people who's like, I only like because we already know a lot of people struggle in adulthood to make friends. Challenging yourself by making a new friend as well too. What's wrong with going? I know it's weird. Don't get me wrong. It is weird going out there and be like, hey, like walking to somebody and half of the time people don't want to talk. I don't want to talk half of the time when I'm walking by myself. If I have my AirPods on or my headphones on, most of the time I don't want to talk, but I get it. But if you want to make friends, if one of the goals for this year is to make friends, you need to go out to make friends. You can't make friends inside the house. No one is gonna come into the house and kidnap you, and you can. No, it doesn't work. That's not how you make friends. You gotta go out to events. You just gotta go places to make friends, to meet new people. So this year could be one of the challenges is to meet new people. So go out and engage. Another challenge, like another thing too, like I said, hobby. One of the hobbies can be reading books, getting to a book club. One of the hobbies can be sewing, actually. Also, making music or editing, whatever it is, try new things, challenge your mind. Do not let this beautiful mind of yours that whoever you believe in, God, whatever it is, do you know how powerful our mind is? And I'm not going to lecture you about how powerful our mind is. We all should know this. Our mind is full of freaking energy. We're like a battery power just running. And a lot of us just stop using it because we think after school, we're done. Why should we? And we run our life based in automatic. And we wonder the things that's happening to ourselves. Like you're choosing those things. You're literally asleep. But anyway. Okay. We're moving on. So I encourage people to try new things. Just try new things. You'll be surprised what you get out of it. It's so scary to try new things, but once you jump over those hurdles, I feel like a piece of cake. Okay? And the process is not gonna feel like a piece of cake. I'm just telling you this now. Sometimes it'll feel hard, but it's all about perspective and how you approach things in life. If you approach things in life everything has to be difficult, then it will be difficult for you. I'm sorry to tell you that. But if you come with an open mind and your expectation is low, your mind is open, you probably will have the best experience you've ever had, and you probably will have the worst experience. But it's how you see it and how you interpret it afterwards. Okay? Okay. So another part of what are the new things we're going to try? Okay. I had this and I was writing those down and I was thinking. So the new things we want to try could be things we want to change about ourselves too. So this year for me, I want to communicate better. And I know in a broader, the general term of communication, it's very general. Like I would have to research more and more and more into see certain style of communication. But I've always said this, like I don't mind being more vulnerable. Talking about my personal feelings and how I feel to someone, or like just expressing myself. And then I've always been able to express like how I feel. But sometimes, like I noticed that lately I've been a little sheltered in a bit more because you're afraid of how the other person is going to take it. You're afraid of hurting people's feelings. But if you communicate in a very healthy, effective way, you don't have to worry so much about that. And it's not really much about the other person, to be honest. You can consider someone's feelings, but if you are I know that for me, when I hold stuff in and I don't say how I feel when someone's hurt my feelings or something happened, and I know it's a friendship that I've had for a long time and I don't want to lose that friendship in it, but it's something that's been so repetitive and I can't take it. It makes me it makes you depressed. Like, the hurt you feel in your chest, like that's what it is. It's because you're not saying truly how you feel. You keep sweeping things under the rug. And I'm not a person who sweep things under the rug. I cannot. I can actually. I can, but I don't want to. Like, what? Like, I'm not gonna walk to everyone and just be like, oh, this is what I feel, blah blah blah. No. If I within a group or my family, whatever it is, like if if I feel like I cannot say or express myself to you, if you hurt my feeling, then we cannot be friends. I'm leaving or I'm stepping away, detaching myself slowly, and eventually. But the thing is, that would never happen. I'm going to tell you how I feel. It's up to you how you take it, and we can have a conversation then or not. Like, it's up to you. But what I do, yeah, I want to work a little. I always want to work on my communication. I think you can always improve your communication. It doesn't matter how good you get communicating, finding ways to talk to people, and taking other people's thoughts and feelings into consideration, and all of those stuff, right? And then you have, another things, if you want to change, if you want to exercise a little bit more, like I said, I'll put more content out. The next episode would be based on, but that's something new you can try. And the gym doesn't have to be the only place where you can exercise. Honestly, go on a hike or go walk. For the people that lived in Tallahassee, and I shouldn't say this, but I am gonna say it, but for the people who want to try hiking, I would recommend to go to the Lafayette Trail in Tom Brown Park. I think it's off. Okay, hold on. All right, everyone. Quick story. I have been recording. Okay, so quick story. I have been recording this whole entire thing on my camera. So now I'm back. I'm on my phone. So like the quality of the video may not be so great because I'm just using the regular like phone video. Yeah, my camera just decided to stop. It stopped. The card is full. Obviously, I had to remove. I have to export a couple videos out and compress them into a zip file. I'm not upset, but it's a waste of my time. Like, what in the world? Like, why? Why now? But anyway, okay, so I don't remember where I stopped. I'll have the audio, but I'm so sorry. This was supposed to be my first, again, video episode. Anyway. Okay, so I don't remember what I said, but I'll put the audio out anyways, and I'll still put the video. I'll figure it out, put a match, but I'm sorry. Like, this was not supposed to be on my phone because the phone, my phone, I don't know. Honestly, I'm one of those people who have an iPhone and just, I use the basic function. If I can call and I can text. I don't take pictures like that, and I don't take videos like that. So I need to, of course, I'm gonna have to learn how to use my video and so I can get better quality videos. And I also have to delete a couple stuff too because I think my storage is full. I cannot keep doing this. But anyway, I'm gonna move on because this video will be an hour, and I have other stuff to do. So we talked about improving in communication. If it's the challenge is to be in a relationship or get into a relationship, what you want to do is what I'm going to run this over really quickly. If you want love, stop looking for love outside of yourself. Look for love within yourself. Once you find that love within yourself and that internal validation that you seek, that you would like to have, that's when it's easier for you to look for love outside of yourself. Like looking for a partner or a husband, whatever it is. A wife or whatever it is. What else that we want to challenge ourselves? Like me too. Another thing for me, like I also want to continue to increasing meditating. I meditate when I am out of alignment with the things that I want. I try not to meditate too much, even when I am within my alignment of the things that I want. My action, my words, everything matches. I try not to meditate a lot, when I am within alignment, because you can get out of alignment if you meditate while you are within alignment. I don't know if that makes sense. You can still meditate. It's just that, like, for me, I meditate when I am out of alignment. What else? Okay. I've already said those 3 words that I'm practicing and adding to myself, and it's to be more consistent, more persistent, and more intentional. And then I added resilience into it. Okay, so to make 2025 a better year for yourself, you have another one. So some of the what am I trying to say? Okay, to make 2025 one of the best year you've ever had is the self growth part. What are some personal development / self growth you would like to accomplish and reflect on every week / 3 months or 3 months or 6 months? It doesn't have to be every week. It could be 3 months, 6 months, or by the end of the year. So we want to make 2025 a better year, and then a lot of that stuff have to start with us. The work has to start with us. I feel like I'm losing my words now that my camera is not here. Can I believe this? Anyway, I don't want to dwell on it, but my God, I was talking for freaking 30 minutes. 30 minutes and it stopped recording. Like, I wasn't even recording to begin with. It was. But my God, I have to, oh my gosh. But, stop complaining, Claudia. But, yes. We want to start by working a lot within ourselves. And I know like the New Year's resolution come in and everyone wants to go to the gym. That's the year. That's, if you want to know if a gym is packed like a sardine, go the first few days of the month to the gym. And like I was saying earlier, the gym is not the only place you want to go when it comes to exercising. If the gym, because the gym could be too much for people. Like it's too many people there. You feel like you're being watched. You're insecure about whatever it is, your body, your exercise, your form, your posture, everything. The gym is not the only place you can exercise. You can take like the smallest class, and even Pilates as well too. Like Pilates can be intimidating because you see all these people here. I usually go for the outfits. You wear cute outfits, but honestly, everyone is worried about their body and how they look, their form. They don't care about you. You care more about you than they care about you. You care so much more about what people think of you than other people really think of you. I promise you. But you can hike. You can, if the gym is not for you, you can go hike. You can go walk. Pilates, like I was saying, also ClassPass. Also, I use ClassPass for my stuff. Like I pay my membership and I'll try new things. Like you can go boxing, pick up new hobbies, and these are hobbies. Like there are other forms of things that you can do exercise wise. You don't have to stick to one traditional way. Like the gym can be intimidating for a lot of people, but usually like when I did start to work out and I would go to the gym, I used to love the gym. I used to love lifting and doing my squats, and me and my friends, when we would go and I would come back and look at my body and I'm like, damn, it's working. But I injured myself, so I couldn't go lifting heavy and heavy. So I can't do that now, but I still go to the gym. I mix my workout with Pilates. I try to do Pilates twice a week, and I go to the gym. And if I'm not going to the gym, I go walk. Or now the weather is getting better, and spring is my favorite time of year, my favorite season. In order to get the body I want, I gotta start. I mean, I've already started and I lost so much weight. Like, I'm slim. I'm real skinny. Yeah. Yep. But anyway, let's move forward. Yeah, there are other forms of exercise that you can do. You don't have to stick with the gym, okay? If the gym is not something that you're comfortable with, you can try other things. And I know trying things can be so uncomfortable and so scary, but I promise you, if you go in and do it and stop caring so much about what other people think of you, and I'm speaking for myself as well too. It's not something it's a practice that you got to get rid of. Like, to stop looking for that external validation. If somebody being afraid to be seen. You have to be seen, babe. You're different. It's okay to be. If anything, you should be ashamed that you're normal. Ashamed. Yes, I said it. Normal is boring. It really is. it's boring. So be that quirky, unique, different, weird self. I love a weird girl. And let people say you're weird. It's fucking fine. No, Chris. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so we listed that how we make 2025 one of our best years is to start by practicing having a better relationship with ourselves, planning out our days, being more organized, being more strategic with how we spend our day and our hours, and be in prioritizing timing as well too. What else? We said we're gonna try new things, challenge our mind, stimulate our mind, and taking up new hobbies, doing new things, being in places that makes us uncomfortable to challenge that. What else? What else we said? And then we're gonna work on some personal development and self growth, and that includes doing things that makes you uncomfortable, finding things that, because we're constantly growing. We're not supposed to be. What is it called? What's the word I'm looking for? If you're not growing, you're doing something wrong, basically. But a lot of people, you already know this. When you feel that little depression inside of you, is because you're not awakening. You're not doing the things that you need to be doing to get better, to improve. So, okay. So our next one is it our next one? To accomplish and reflect on every 2 weeks. Okay. So what falls under personal growth as well too? It can be. We said it can be a lot of things. Personal growth is such a big umbrella. There's a lot of stuff that falls under personal growth. And I think one thing this year, and I see the word is being thrown around a lot now, and people are being more aware of it. I hope you can see my face, guys. I don't like recording on my phone, but I'm seeing something. I don't know. Another thing. We need, as a group, people, I think you can navigate, personally, based on my experience, what I've seen and what I've experienced for myself. It's easier to navigate life when you are emotionally stable and you have an emotional intelligence. I'm trying to see if my phone is telling me I'm full. Okay. I would definitely recommend that. Oh my God. Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, sorry. So I went to grab something really quickly, but I would definitely recommend that. And it doesn't have to be this test itself, but I'm pretty sure there's other testing out there to see where your emotional intelligence is at, or what do you score in it. Life gets a little better when you can't control your emotions. I don't like that word. That word sounds so, it's like you can manage your emotion, but controlling your emotions, it just sounds too strict. It sounds too strict, but you can manage your emotion. If you know what triggers you, if you know the things that place you in harm's way, or makes you feel a certain way, you can always prevent how you react. You can stop yourself and think if this would be a better way to react, or if I should try this way, if I be strategic. But I would definitely recommend that people take this test, because it really humbles you. Not just humbles you, it makes you, you think, honestly, like I thought I was emotionally stable, like to the T's. And then I went through experience a couple, like it wasn't a traumatic experience. It was, I'm over exaggerating, but it was an experience I was not expecting. And I'm like, I cannot believe I used to give people advice on this stuff. That's crazy. Who listens to me? And I probably gave some good ass advice too. But because, when you're in a situation, you can't see your way out. I don't care. Sometimes you can say it. And I knew all the things and all the right things to do, yet I couldn't get myself out of the situation. So I had to talk to people that I am close with and be able to get myself out of whatever, with the situation, the circumstances I was in. Because I was like, oh my God, I'm just not used to this. This is not my life. This is not my life. But I came to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this test and I want to see where I score in emotional intelligence. And I haven't, like, I took the test, but I haven't scored it. But I know for sure, like, I could improve. Of course, I can improve in it. You can improve in anything. But I was like, yeah. You're not where you thought you were. But anyway, what we're going to work on this year is our emotional intelligence and our emotional, managing our emotions better. When it comes to reacting to things, when it comes to processing things as well too. Because sometimes I know, and I know when people say this, it's crazy, it sounds a lot, but really a lot of the stuff that we are experiencing are up here. And we manifest them into their physical equivalent physically. And sometimes it is harder up here than it is actually in reality, right? Like in your reality, sometimes the things are just way much more harder than how you imagine it, how it's going to be. Because I mean, that's what it's your mind is trying to protect you, so it'll picture something as small as it is, and it's not as big as it needs to be, but it exaggerates the process. It exaggerates what it actually is. And then when you go through it, it's like, oh, okay, it wasn't even as bad as it was in my head. Your mind is made to protect you. Your ego is made to protect you. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend people take the test. And that's the thing that we're going to work on this year. I'm pretty good at managing my emotion, but I can always improve and I can always change certain things about me. I love myself, don't get me wrong, and I love every aspect of myself. But like I said, there are things I can handle better. So much better. So much better. Okay, and that includes also this year, if we're gonna go and bring ourselves to therapy, a lot of people need therapy, and even the older generation too. I keep a lot of stuff to myself. Like when I see people make certain comments and stuff like that, and they're like, oh, like a lot of people need to, I'm not gonna say it because if I say it, then it's gonna sound like I'm speaking to a specific person. But anyway, a lot of the older generation definitely need therapy, but a lot of people are just not for it. Okay, your therapy, it can be you talking to your friend. Good luck with your friend giving you advice. Some friends, good luck, but good luck. Anyway, therapy is a good way of trying to talk to someone. And then therapy doesn't have to be you being sick or you being a psycho or you having mental health issues. Absolutely not. Therapy can also be for you. You want to improve every aspect of yourself. You need a perspective that is not biased. You need an unbiased opinion, because y'all talking to yourself, your friends, only validating your perspective. And you don't want someone that only see life through a narrow lens, because they're validating. They are validating everything you're saying. You don't want that. That's not growth. That's not a good advice, because then you're going to repeat this cycle over and over and over again. And you're going to wonder, why is nothing working out for me? Well, are you really asking? Go look in the mirror. I have 3 mirrors. I have 1 mirror in my living room, 1 mirror in my room, and I have my vanity mirror, and I have a mirror in my bathroom. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 mirrors. I look at myself every single day. I talk to myself to see what is it that I can improve in, and who am I choosing to be today. And it is hard. Like it's not hard. It's challenging, I'll say. But it's possible, you know. You want to be the best version of yourself every single day, not just one day and then you're like, oh, it's over. No, self-growth, being better, it's a constant work. And sometimes you're gonna be like, damn, when is this going to end? It ends when you die. See, my thing is, I didn't have a choice coming here at this earth, and I don't think any of us had a choice, you know. But if I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be the best version of myself, and I'm gonna live a life full of experience and full of everything that I choose and want. And sometimes they're not gonna go exactly like I wanted, and that's okay. That is okay, but we're always going to figure a way out, okay? And another thing we can try this year, I've already, what is it? Oh, some personal growth. Also, like, it could Another thing for personal growth could be you can challenge yourself to read a certain amount of book this year to improve, like I was saying, critical thinking, communication, enhancing languages, learn new languages as well too, stimulating your mind, different things, or going back to school. It could be a lot of stuff that you can challenge yourself. But try to challenge yourself by doing something that forces you out of your comfort zone. That's what's really important, right? Like even being around different group of people, learning different cultures and just try new things. It's amazing. And honestly, no, I'm not gonna say that because no, I don't want no psych. Creative classes. Oh, and also, one thing I've always wanted to try too. And for the people who want to be more creative, you can take a creative class. Creative class are interesting. You can take creative class that allows you to. A lot of those stuff really does push you out of your comfort zone, but it also makes you see yourself in a different way you've never seen yourself before. I know we all think that we're not a lot of us think that we're not creative. It's only because you haven't like reach and tap into that part of your mind that pushes you to be more creative. And I know it's hard to do things by yourself because a lot of us are just so used to be around other people and we want other people to try things with us. But doing certain things by yourself allow you to see yourself, like I said, in different ways, in a different perspective. And it really does allow you to see life in a different perception as well. You perceive life in a different way as well too. Let's say creative. I want to take a creative class to be more creative. I read a lot of books, but I've stopped a little, but I need to pick back up. But I want to take creative class, and I want to. I wanted to take. I don't remember, but I'll think about it. Okay. And then also to like this year, you should try to do that one thing that you've been putting aside to do. You know what I'm talking about. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me what it is. You don't have to whisper it to me. Don't worry. That one thing that you've been pushing back and you keep saying, maybe next year, maybe next month, maybe 3 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. You can do it now. Go ahead and do it now. Do it now. Like I said, no one really cares that much about you for you to be hiding whatever you want to do. Who cares? The people that are going to support will support, and the people that don't. And then 100% of, not 50% of the time or 75% of the time, your family is not gonna be like, or your friends are not gonna be the one that's like supporting you to, or like love everything that you do. No, a lot of the criticism are gonna come from it. And then it's not that they're hating at all. A lot of people project, right? A lot of people project because they can't see it for themselves. They can't see it for you. And it's not a you problem. It's a them problem. Right? People who can't see themselves be at a certain level, they can't see other people do it too. Or people that are close within their proximity, like their environment, you as their friends. So do the thing that you've been hiding and putting aside to do. You've been procrastinating to do. Do it. And I'm talking to me too. See, a lot of the stuff I relate. I wrote down things I know that I need to work on. I don't know if the quality of the videos is good as my camera. I doubt it. But you guys are gonna do it. It's okay. I think I'm almost done. But I think it's the same thing, but like show up for yourself like you show up for everybody else. Right? Like I was saying earlier, the best relationship you can have is a relationship with yourself. You need it. You should want it. And it's something you should inspire and admire to do because it's the most important relationship you'll have. I promise you. Show up for yourself like you would show up for everyone else. And then, show up for yourself. And who would you like to become when you wake up every day and look at, a lot of this, like, this is for you. And a lot of stuff that you're doing, yes, I do preach about being present and more in the future, but also do it for your future self, because years down the line, you would hate to look back that you were so afraid of doing the things that you wanted to do. Let me tell you something. One thing about me is I have no regrets. I can't. I think my memories are kind of too short for me to have a regret. But I have no regrets. There's nothing that I've done. I'm like, maybe. Well, I'd be like, maybe we shouldn't have. But no, it was an experience. We did it for the plot, or we did it for the story. I have no regrets. I lived my life based on my choices. My choices, my decision. Okay, my circumstances never humbled me enough for me to not make my choice. Like I get to make. I wake up every day and I'm so grateful. I get up and I wake up every day and I'm living. Everything that I have, I ask for those things. I made those the decision that I made and the choices that I picked got me here, right? So I don't have any regret. But for the people that have regrets, right? You can't live in the past anymore. You can learn from the past, but now you're in the present. Is for you to be conscious and be present in the present, but also do it for the future, because you do want to look back and be so proud of yourself. It's because we live more in the past than we live anywhere else. But the past is what teaches us, right? The past teaches us, it guides us, we learn from it, and we try to apply what we learn moving forward. So your future self should be proud of yourself. I would hate to bless me, honestly, if I make it to 60, 70, because people are like, the age range of living a long life is not, it's starting to decreasing. It's going down. When we can go on and on and on. And I'm pretty sure in future down the line, I'll talk about the health we're living here, and in our food and stuff like that. What are being added in our food, our mental health, everything that comes to that, compress into why we're not living longer anymore. But you'll be lucky to live 60 years and you look back and you've done everything you set your mind to. This life was not made for us to struggle. It was made for us to experience. We enjoy it. We love it. Whatever heaven you're looking for is the heaven you create here. Listen, I was going to make a comment, but did I believe it to myself? Because certain things I know I can't say. But yes, your heaven is here. Make your heaven here, love. Do the things you want to do. Love yourself the way you need to love yourself. Love everyone around you the way you need to love it. Be vulnerable. Allow all the good energy to come to you. Allow that. I know self change is not. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so I think before we end this podcast, we're going to say a couple things before the year end, we want to ask ourselves, like, what are some good components or some good factors that to help us have a happy living life, or like, what are some good things or good beliefs or values that we can have that help us to be more happy and live a happier life, right? We know that community matters. We do know that. A group of people you love, family, friends, neighbors, people you've met, strangers, a great community that is surround you, that bonds you, makes life more enjoyable. It really does. It just makes life so much living. You're never alone when you have a group of people who cares about you. You can pick up the phone, you can call, chat for hours, and just go on. And like, it's freaking the cherry to add it to the cake. Okay? And then another thing, great health. Because we can ask what is the most important thing in the world, and then a lot of people will be like, oh, money, getting rich, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. Because as soon as you get that money and your body's not working like it used to, you're going to be chasing all that money you got. You're going to put it towards health. And a lot of the time it's too late. You can't do a lot. If you're not taking care of yourself now, that is your biggest mistake and your biggest error. The money you need to chase is your health. Your health is very important. Like me, even now, like I have a friend. She goes to the doctor every freaking 3 months, or not even 3 months. I swear to God, she goes to the doctor every week. Every week. And I need to tell her that stop searching for something because you will find something. But anyway, check up, like go to the doctor. I need to go to a podiatrist. I need to go to a chiropractor, and I need to start acupuncture because I think it's going to help with my back. But I honestly know where it started. I think it's because I have flat feet and I need to start. It's not because the chiropractor did tell me I have flat feet. He said I have bad feet. I said, oh, what do you mean? But my mom and her genes, like, ma'am, couldn't you hold that? Keep it to yourself. I didn't want to inherit any of that. But anyway, yeah, like take care of your health, move your body, go to the doctor, get your annual checkups, go to the doctor every 6 months if you need to, every 3 months if you need to. Yeah, so your health is your, what is it? Your health is your, what is it? What do they say again? I don't know. I don't remember, but your health is something. But yes, the greatest thing you could have is your health. You need to be very thankful your body is doing everything that it needs to be doing, because there are some people who just don't have it. But hey, again, perspective is everything, because people who don't have their body function like I guess normal people do and stuff like that, they still make it work. They still find everything to be grateful for. So I'm not saying you missing a part or a limb or your body, a part of your body makes you anything less. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. However, what I'm saying is take care of yourself, love yourself, like literally enjoy everything that you have about you, like your body, everything about yourself. Okay. And then we go to the one thing that matters to everyone and almost anyone that lives in this planet is financial stability. So we know to live a good, happy life, we need some sort of financial stability. Apparently, the rock that we live in, it requires paper for us to live, okay? we have to. It requires paper. You want a good life? Well, but the thing is, there are a lot of people that I've met and I've come across that are happy without money. They just, like I said, perspective is everything. You can find life enjoyable without being a rich person. That does not apply to everyone. Success can mean different to success is a term that can be interpreted in so many ways, so many different ways by all kinds of people, right? So but to me, I put one of the factors that to live a really happy, great life, I say financial stability. For me, I need to be able to move like I want to move. Okay? I'd be so sad. If my sister were here and we talk, so sad when I don't have money. It's just sad. It's a sad for me. Makes you want to cry. But yeah, no, honey, I need it. I want to be I like to be financially stable. I like to have enough money to do whatever I want, and I don't need to be working all kinds of crazy hours for it. No, I don't mind working hard for what I want, but financial stability is something that's great. It's something that I want to prioritize because, like I said, the generation before us waited till they were in their 60s or 80s to travel. Like, our generation coming up is doing that completely different. We're doing it backwards. No, we think traveling now, okay? We're young and fruitful, and honey, this face, as much as I love to say, I love it, right? I still look I still have a very small baby face. Like, I still look so young. I get that, but it's not gonna stay like this. This body I'm getting, I'm never gonna have this body like that. Like, it's not gonna be this. So I'm gonna go and use it. And what? Go back. Let's go back. But basically what I'm saying is, I'm never gonna be this young. So I want to enjoy my life now with the money that I have now. But if anywhere you want to expend your money, also when you're trying to expend your financial part of your financial aspect of life, whatever, you need to expand it based on expansion, not based on lack. Like basically, if you're asking or you want more money, don't do it because you're lacking. Do it because you want to expand. You want more. You want more because you want to. There's good reasons why you want to live a fruitful life. You want to be happy. You want to share. You want to give. You want to pour back into your community. You want to do this and that and this and that. But basically, yes, financial stability is a big one. And then another thing to live a good and happy life, we know. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I need to end this podcast really quickly because my phone is literally telling me that I don't have any more storage. Everything is telling me I don't have any more storage. Anyway, like what the hell? Anyway, okay, so the last one we gonna touch base again. Self acceptance and self love. We know how important it is to love ourselves. Well, not we, because a lot of people don't, and they don't think that's a requirement to have a good and happy life, but it is. You need to love and accept yourself. You need to find that internal validation. And when I mean internal validation, stop putting people on a pedestal and you're here. And some of us are here. Our self-esteem is down the freaking ground being dragged by a freaking elephant. Yeah. Stop putting everyone else up here or relationship or the person we find more attractive, somebody like us and we find a connection. Oh my God, they love me. And they're up here and we're here. And I'm saying that for everyone. And I even speak this for myself as well too. Like I can create a very strong foundation within me. Like my life is amazing. I love myself. I care about myself. I can walk out and I don't need external validation. I love to be seen. I love who I am when I walk down the streets. I love the idea that I have of myself in my head. And somebody come and show me the little of attention. Oh, you're so pretty. I like you. And here I go. Everything starts to crumble down. And we need to stop looking for that in other people. Stop putting people up here and we're here. We're supposed to be here, and then we find if their values and their beliefs. Bella, are you okay? Yeah, if their values and their belief does not align with our values and belief, if at any point, this is for me, like I have a really strong one core rules that I follow and I don't change that. I would give my all to anyone and everything. Right? If you need my help, I'll give you my help. If you need my advice, I'll give you my advice. If you need me to be here for you, I will be. As soon as I start to see that my mental health is going to hell because of you, or for some reason I abandon all my values and belief because of you, that 360 will come. So like when I say clarity will kick in, you don't even have to say anything. I will wake up one day and I'm like, this can no longer serve me, and it's not it does not benefit me in any way. So why am I here? I make a 360 turn so fast. I'm 180, baby, done. Not even a 360. When I say fast, because I do not play when it comes to myself. When it comes to, especially if your life is it's overshadowing everything that I've been doing, and all the work that I've done is being reversed because you come into my life to tear my life apart. No, honey. And then two, it's all like, it's what you allow. You get to choose the people that comes into your life. You get to choose the thoughts you think. By the way, those choices are yours, okay? And I know it's hard for us to understand. A lot of the things that happen to us is because we choose those things. I just want to let you know this. But self-love and self-acceptance is what we're going to practice this year. And I know a lot of that stuff is being thrown around and people don't actually practice those. You do need to practice them. It's very important. It's good for your self-esteem. It's good for your confidence. It's good for the people around you too. And I know a lot of the word, like, you attract what you think about, blah, blah, blah. Yes, you do. But I want to tell you this. Your thoughts, you become your thoughts, but you attract the feelings of those thoughts. If you think a word or think of a thought every single day, of course, like, you're attracting that towards you. I like to believe that I attract really good people, and I haven't attracted anybody awful, and I don't think anyone is awful. I think the decisions and choices we have and the environment that we grew up in mold us into those people. But if I've had any bad experience, it's because, honestly, like, I never try to I don't know, but I like to believe that I attract really good people, and I've had. If anybody that I haven't attracted that wasn't good for me, trust me, they're not here now. But I'd like to believe that. But self-love and self-acceptance, we want to keep that, and we want to keep the bar here when it comes to ourselves. And people that comes into our life, they're supposed to be adding to our lives, benefit us, especially if you create something amazing for yourself, a great life that's good for yourself, and then somebody else coming pulling it away, you should know it's time to move on and to walk away. And I'm not about the people, the culture that cuts friends out all the time. That's not what I'm talking about, because friendships are very important to a great life as well too, in which we talked about that. It's part of community. You need friends. You need to make new friends as well too. New friends are, it's great to not have that little small bubble you grew up with. You need to see different parts of the world. Anyway, and then giving. I know for a lot of people, giving, volunteering, helping someone, a family member. What else? You can give in so many ways. Advice as well. Being there for a friend, being there for a family member, grandpa, grandma, sister, brother, whatever it is. Or if you have in financial ways, you can give. And in time, volunteering, that you can give based with your time, on your time, by volunteering to the homeless or volunteering to other people who don't have home. Just because when you give too, like, it feeds a part of your soul that you don't even know it just makes you feel really good knowing that you can give back to someone that is less fortunate than you. Okay? And then the last one, which I'm trying to rush so that the time don't cut off. But a lot of the things that we missed, and I do not like to use that word. I don't like to use it at all, because I remember when I was in 10th grade, and when I remember this program that we were in high school, they used to bring, like, people that comes in that talk about their life and then what they do in college and blah, blah, blah. You know, the story that they sold us about life, whatever. And one time, like, somebody was like, oh, you'll find your purpose and this and that. And I'm like, truly, no one ever say what purpose is, for real. But purpose, by the way, it depends on the definition that you have for yourself, the way you interpret purpose, right? I've learned that now. I didn't know that before, but I thought purpose was this big term that everyone must have a purpose. Like, everyone have this one thing that they're so passionate about, they love and they like to do. That's not technically true. I mean, based on what I think, my opinion, you can have multiple purpose. And purpose is something that you wake up every day for. Purpose is something you do love, that makes you happy. It's a thing that keeps you going. It's a thing that allows you to, and like I said, you can have multiple purpose. Today, your purpose can be feeding the homeless. Your purpose can be giving back to people, or your purpose can be pouring into society in different ways, different forms, different ways. Today, my purpose could be just creating a podcast and talking about nonsense. I mean, not nonsense, but talking about wellness and health and all that. That could be my purpose, to put out good content out there that can help someone, or that guides, like, the younger generation, the one that's coming after me, or even my generation as well. That could be my purpose today. And then tomorrow, not tomorrow, but like months later, my purpose can be something else. The word purpose, I'm still redefining, right? It changes. It will change for me. But redefine what purpose is for you. A lot of us have not find what it is that, I wouldn't say find your purpose, because there's no such thing. I'll say it's such a weird term. And I think it's because we put so much energy behind it. It's such a hard meaning behind it. But for right now, I would say find what it is that keeps you going in the morning. Find the things that bring you so much joy, that feeds your soul, that makes you so happy that you can't explain. Find it and do it. Love it. Enjoy it. Explore it. Whatever it is that you need to do for it, do it. But so community, your health, your financial stability, your financial literacy, whatever, self-love and acceptance, and purpose, right? These are great factors and great components that you should have to have a really good life. And of course, you can always add to the list. It may not be the same thing that I have, but these are the ones that I have now. And those, they change, right? They don't stay the same. And then the last thing for yourself, try to apply for at least 6 months. Okay, and then we're going to all do this together, but we're going to try to apply all the stuff that we talked about, or whatever it is that you have on your list. And we're going to check in 6 months to see how hard we worked towards those things. Right, I'm so excited about it. For me, I'm excited because I'm like, in 6 months, I need to stay. I'm not, like I said, I don't have high expectation for everything, but I do have a standard for myself. But I know how far I can go, and I know how much I have to work. And then I'm gonna put the effort. I'm not gonna say we'll see. I'll put the effort to do it. But complete. Even if you stop, just keep getting back up. Like, one thing about me, and I kind of dislike a little bit, is the fact that I stop and I'm like, try to go 6 months doing it, Claudia. Don't stop like within 3 months. But also, I always get back up. One thing about me, I never stay down. Never. I'm trying, child, but it won't let me. But anyway, like, I never stay down. I always try to get back up. It's very important to be resilient, and that's my word for the year. And then the last thing, we can check on each other within 3 months. Within 6 months to see what we're doing. But the last thing, advocate for yourself, babe. Advocate for yourself in every way. Again, I don't know if we come back in the next life. For the people who believe that, please let me know. But I don't know if we come back in the next life. But as of right now, we are conscious in this life. Can you imagine? Out of all the years and all the life we get to live, we all get this life, and we're all seeing each other. Like, y'all don't deepen all the stuff. Like, you get this one life. You don't even know if you're coming back. I don't want to, by the way. Like, I wouldn't want to. But we get one life. Explore that life. There is so much out there, so much beautiful things out there that we can be doing. Enjoy it. I love to see people try new things. If you have something that and also in my bucket list, it's not gonna be this year. I don't think it'll be this year. I think it'll be next year. Next year I want to jump out of a plane. We'll see how that go. But that's one of the goals as well. But I didn't put it in here. No, it's not this year. I don't think this year, and I don't think I want to this year. Next year. But anyway, advocate for yourself. Express your ways. Live a life of wonderful, happy, vulnerable living. Enjoy whatever. Okay? And I will check back in with you guys with my next episode. I don't know if this video is going to turn out exactly like I wanted, but it's going to be out there anyway. My camera died. I'm going to work on that. Okay. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for tuning in to Embrace Your Curiosity. I'm your host, Claudia. Don't forget to like and share this video. Come back for more content, okay? All right. Bye.